Hey guys, and welcome back to Black Desert Online. So, during the Dragon missions, my guildies were organising to do the Call of the Ocean suggested mission. Now, if you recall, this is the one I attempted to do post Kimara finishing Dragon, and so Vera was trying to do this quest, but I discovered that I had to have completed Dragon on that particular character, so Vera couldn't do it. But that's the whole reason why I bothered doing Kama Sylvia and Dragon again on Vera. It was pretty much so I could do the rest of these quests and any future quests that require you to have completed these past missions. So while I was finishing Dragon, it was just absolute massive coincidence, awesome coincidence I might add, that a couple of my guildies were organising to get together and do this Call of the Ocean quest line. So that's what this episode is. It's us doing that quest line. Now, because I did this with my guild, we were chatting, and I'm not putting our chat onto YouTube. You know, that's a private thing that we do. I could have asked them if they didn't mind if I put it on YouTube, or if we recorded it with the intention of putting it on YouTube, but I don't want them to have to watch what they're saying and, you know, go, oh wait, don't put that in there. I don't want to inconvenience other people. So I just thought, you know what, I'll record the visuals, but I'll just cut out all dialogue or audio, and I'll just put a voiceover or something afterwards. This is far more time consuming than it probably should be as a result. But that's what it is. That's what I've decided to do. It's just how we're going to have to just roll. So you are going to see their names appearing in the top left hand corner with the Discord. Just ignore that. I mean, it's life. There's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, so this set we're going to do Call of the Ocean. There were definitely some hiccups along the way, so get ready for some hiccups. Now, I'd originally planned to read all of his dialogue to you post recording, like now, but I don't leave nearly enough time to read it aloud, because, you know, reading silently goes a lot quicker than reading it aloud. And also, once the guildies join me later on, like, I have to just spam R to get through it, and it's just going to be awkward, like, freezing on individual frames to read it. So if you guys want to read what the quests actually say, just hit pause on those particular screens and just read through them, because that's what I've had to do post to understand even what the hell was going on, because I just had to just smash through it with the guildies. So yeah, I tried to do some over voiceover in post, but it looked stupid, freezing frames, and it didn't really work. So there's not going to be any commentary from that regard. the joys of being alone. Yeah, not happy that the quest sent me to Calpheon. I mean, it makes sense plot-wise, because the Great Library is in Calpheon, so, it does make sense, but I was trying to get this mission done so I didn't inconvenience others, so I was ready to go when we were leaving from Velia. So to travel to Calpheon, I was like, oh, really? And in the end, it turns out I didn't even have to be bothered because they were like hours late. Anyway, to Calpheon. Yeah, not my proudest moment, let's be honest. This is actually the first time I've been on one of these ships. The only mode of sea transport I've ever been on was raft, of all things. So this is the first time I've been on a frigate, and I find it so cool. Like, you can use the cannons on the side to shoot other people, other ships, or more importantly, sea creatures of the Magoria, because that's kind of necessary. Not that we encountered any on this trip because we didn't really go into that space of the ocean, but it's good to know that they're an option should we need them. But yeah, I was impressed by the architecture, I suppose, of the ships in this game. I thought it was really cool. And now we just wait for everybody else to rock up. Okay, and maybe have a play on the cannons while we wait. And we're finally off! Woo! Again, I was pretty chuffed at being on a ship that was moving. I thought that was faster than the speed of a raft, I might also point out. But I also just like the mechanics. Like, Vera sort of gets blown back by the wind every now and then, as you can see on the screen. Like, there are visual effects to being in the wind, and I thought that was kind of cool. A good, smart addition to the game. It was also at this point where all three of my compatriots are wearing splat, or what is it? Da-da-dum outfits. Anyway, fish outfits. That I was getting concerned about the fact that I don't own one. I realized that it makes life easier for these new underwater ruin areas because you need to be able to hold your breath and swim fast enough to be able to get to these underwater ruins. But I mean, at the end of the day, the game shouldn't make you pay real money for stuff to be able just to complete their quests. So I was like, I mean, I guess I can buy one if I need one, because holy shit, that's $30 down the drain of my real money, all for a stupid outfit I don't actually want. But I thought, no, let's try and do this without spending real money. Land ahoy! No one else had actually gone back to like the was he a blacksmith and the goods vendor and stuff to get a second daily quest. They all got like the initial daily quest, but no one else got the second one that I got, which was to kill I think 300 more prodies. So at this point I was like, hey guys, like, okay, you guys don't have the quest. Am I just going to forfeit this so we can move on? What are we going to do? Like, nah, I mean, we're heading out, so we'll kill some of these creatures as we get out and see what total we can get to. So that was nice of them. So we just killed many more creatures, which coincidentally, you know, most of them were killed by the time we got to the top of the cave. We just had to kill a few more after that. So it was nice that they helped me get the reward for this quest when no one else was getting it. Gotta love the guildies sometimes. Okay, not sometimes, most of the time. And now to Ilia Island. As you recall, we have actually been there before. We went for, I was going to say by raft, but we didn't. We went by Griffin. The Griffin took us to Ilia Island for one of these other quests somewhere along the lines, so we have been there. Apparently that cool looking structure in the background is the Arena of Arsha, or whatever they called it. I've never been there, so it doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, this is actually quite funny. We were just following the auto path, but then someone's like, guys, like, you're going the wrong way. And we're like, what? And yeah, it's a silly auto path taking you through the island, but all you have to do is go into the ocean. So it's one of the biggest auto travel fails of this game. Like, really. So anywho, we just come back to the ship. And this is where things started to go a little wrong, let's just say. And there she goes, attempt number 1. And oh my god, it takes so freaking long to get back to the surface. Yeah guys, I know you're pinging that spot, but you know, my girl's drowning here. She can only do so much at one time. Attempt 2. Let's try this again, shall we? I think I considered defeat a little early on this one. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, she's come back to the surface. I knew it was going to make it in any case. So, as we all came to terms with the fact that it is just physically impossible for me to reach the bottom of the ocean, they said to purchase some of these elixirs. What is it? Agile Sea Elixir, I think it says, to help give me an extra, I think it was 8 seconds of breathing. The downside is I can't actually access my maid from the water. I have to be on land or on a steady surface, so I had to get back on the boat to use my maid to get the elixirs and then go back down. I'm looking around in this time around because one of my guildies said that, like, I can see you, I can see you, you can see me, come towards me. I'm like, dude, I can't see you. I don't know if your game or my game is glitching, but I can't see you. So that's just what looking around is, FYI. And some of these times I am actually hitting like a force field. You can't actually get to this point from a certain angle. Although, as you can see, attempt number 3 is just an epic fail. There was no way I was going to make that one either. And let's face it, we all know how attempt 4 is going to go. I won't lie, defeat was slowly sinking in at this point, but my guildies had another suggestion for me. These crystals allow you to breathe underwater for an extra 15 seconds. They go into the boot slots. So if you get a cheap pair of boots that have 2 crystal slots, you should be able to breathe for an extra 30 seconds. So we thought this was another way I could get a lot more time underwater to try and reach this gateway without having to spend real money, because you know, $30 is a lot of money if you think about it for one little suit that I'm probably never going to wear again. So we tried this. I tried to find a shoe that had 2 slots for starters and wasn't like $2 million, though it turned out to be like, with crystals, it turned out to be over 2 million anyway that I spent on these goddamn shoes. Oh my gosh. But anyway, let's try this, team. So, back onto the ship I go, get my crystals. Except there's one extra problem that none of us foresaw. And this is the fact that the Black Spirit can't be used when you're not on land. I had crystals, I had shoes, but I couldn't put the crystals in the shoes. So the owner of this fine vessel just ferried me to the nearby piece of land, which I clearly failed to jump onto. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. To access the Black Spirit. Now, the downside is that the piece of land he chose for me to perch on, as you can see on the map, happened to be the Arena of Arsha. Do you know what happens when you take a boat to the Arena of Arsha? Your boat despawns. So as I'm here trying to like transfuse crystals, all I can hear is, my boat's gone. My boat's gone. I'm like, what? How is that even possible? And we realized that yep, the boat was officially gone. So we had to do the rest of this part just swimming, just gone for a swim. And you know, with my swim speed, it's not exactly ideal, shall we say. Okay guys, get ready for attempt number 5. Are we on 5 now? Oh my god. I cannot believe, or could not believe rather, this is past tense. Well, actually no, I'm still in disbelief. I can't believe that it took so long just to get down to the damn ocean floor. Like, it shouldn't be freaking rocket science. I was holding up 3 other members of my guild, and one of the dudes even went to go like farm while I was struggling to get to the bottom of the damn ocean. I felt so bad for holding them up, but I appreciated their patience and, you know, helping me get there without having to spend actual money. But oh my god, I can't believe how long it took to get there. So guys, if you're gonna do these quests, get the freaking boots with the crystals. Lifesaver. Absolute lifesaver. And time saver for that matter. And we have touchdown! I think at this point in time it's quite abundantly obvious that we have no freaking idea where we're going or how to get where we're trying to go. This auto-pathing business is absolute rubbish in the game. It absolutely is. One of the guildies in the group had to just like duck off for a second. I don't know if it was to get a drink or whatever. He had to just temporarily leave. So we're just kind of killing shit while we wait. And that little buff there explains why I wasn't taking any damage. And we have officially reached the end of the quest line here. All we have to do is go back to Calpheon City and chat to our Tiedman. So that sounds easy in theory, not so easy in practice when you don't have a boat, because your boat despawned and you're kind of stuck in the middle of the ocean. But Fear mentioned the fact that there is actually a wharf on the other side of Ilia Island. I take a while to find out what he meant. Yeah, there on the map. So while we all just swim to Ilia Island, he was gonna just smash through to the other side of the island, re-pick up the despawned boat, and bring it over to us. That way we didn't have to swim all the way back to Valia. Well, I for one would like to know why the hell we have to go back to Calpheon City to talk to our Tiedman when he's frigging right here on Ilia Island. Like, really, bruh? Yeah, my guildies beat the crap out of him because we were kind of annoyed. He's right there, yet we can't talk to him. How rude. As we got back onto the boat, it took us a while to realize that this wasn't the boat that we were originally on. Apparently the frigate despawned back at Valia, so he had to accidentally get this other boat out. So yeah, we do eventually realize that, and that's why this boat is much slower. And it was on the return journey that we all learned something very important. Some women's boobs jiggle while they're on boats. One of the guildies had done his research into this quest line, and he said to buy these black shards now ahead of time, because you can combine the black and the red shards together to get a tongue-grad ring. I think it was a ring, it was an earring, necklace, tongue-grad something. No, it must have been a necklace, I think. Or earring. God, now I'm down it. A tongue-grad item of some kind. And this quest rewards you with one of those shards. And as you could see, the red one was exponentially more expensive than the black one. So you take the red one as your reward, you buy the black one, put it together as a tongue-grad and sell that shit. So that's what we did. Thanks, Guildie, for being ahead of the curve and knowing what the hell's going on. And so we come to a close on Mish's Sea Adventures. I don't know if I'm going to have the opportunity to do this again, per se, because there is that other quest line where it's in Margoria to check out all the islands, but a lot of my guild members did that last week or so, and I didn't do it because I was doing something else. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I couldn't get on board with that. Maybe it was a work night, I had to work the next day and I wasn't going to stay up late to do it. I don't know, hashtag priorities. But either way, a lot of the guildies who own boats have already done that quest line. So, I mean, maybe if I can ask and see if anyone else wants to do that or still has to do it or wants to lend us their boat, I'll be able to do that. But for now, that's probably the last of the ship faring part of our journey for now. And that's it for this quest line. I think next step is probably gonna be with the new shy. Yay! Why did I take my horse to bloody college? It's gonna be so much effort to get it down.